Hi guys. So today I want to talk to you about how I opened up to being a medium, and how I opened up to being a medium. So I've had a few comments on my videos on how I did this, because a lot of people are feeling, sensing, seeing things, visions and stuff. So I just wanted to, I think it was Amanda, commented on one of my videos, and she, I think she's Australian, and she wanted to know how to open up her gift. So when mine first started, it was by accident. I was laying in bed one night. I was meditating as usual. I do this thing where I breathe, and you've probably heard of it. So you lay down and you shut your eyes, and you start from your toes, and you breathe in, breathe out, relax your feet. You breathe in, breathe out, you relax your calf muscles. You breathe in, you breathe out, you relax your thighs. So you just go up your body and you just relax every muscle in your body until you reach your head and you feel yourself sink into the bed. So this is how I meditate, and I go into like a sleep kind of state where I'm not asleep, but I'm like in a Zen state where I'm just about to drop off, in a really relaxed state. So I do that, and this night when I done it, like I said in my past vlog, I got the name Fiona, and it was there. It was like clear as day, seeing the name Fiona in my third eye, and I was like, wow, okay then. And then I got a girl standing there. The girl that I got standing there had cropped hair, and she had a few freckles, and her hair was bobbed, and she had no fringe, and she was in an old uniform, or some kind of uniform. She seemed about 17 years old, and I got the feeling that it was in the 70s. That is when she went missing or whatever. So that's the vibe I got from her. So that's how it started. So how I went with that, or what I done with that information, was I got on the internet and I researched and all sorts of kind of stuff, and people just over and over and over again just kept saying to me, you know, you need crystals, you need to ground yourself, you need to do this, you need to do that, all that kind of stuff. You need to ground yourself before you do any kind of reading or contact any spirits. So I knew a lady that lived a few doors down from me, and she was also a medium, and I think she was a psychic as well. And she was lovely, and I went to her and said, look, I've got these feelings, I've got these visions. Like, it was freaky, because I never ever thought that I'd be the kind of person that would have a gift or be given a gift. And after I had those seizures and I was near death, and had a near death experience, I think that opened me up to this. So the things that I done was, so I grounded myself. So before, every time before I done a reading, I would hold on to my crystals, and I would say a little chant to protect myself. I'd ask for my guides to protect me, things like that. I would meditate to open up a channel. I'd always use appropriate wording. I think when you're speaking to people that have passed over, or anything like that, I think appropriate wording, like if you're hostile, you're going to get hostility back. So yeah, I was told once, and I totally believe it, like never ever ask someone to leave your house, a spirit to leave your house. There's roundabout ways that you can go about it without saying, you know, you're not welcome here, leave, because they want you to feed in. If you're afraid, they will feed off that, and that gives them more energy to harass you and whatever else. So, this doesn't happen all the time. Like, people think, oh, yeah, ghost spirits, they're here to freak us out. No, they're not. So that was just one of the ways that I kind of opened up to it. A meditation, like, was number one for me. Like, meditation. When I see certain people, I'm not open all the time. Like, I've seen these shows on TV, like in America, where people are like shopping, like there's a medium or whatever, and she's like, oh, you lost your mum and blah 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 blah. And for me, it doesn't happen like that. Like, I can't just walk past someone and be like, oh, sorry, excuse me, and tell them that a loved one has a message for them. It just doesn't work like that for me personally. But if I am talking to someone and they're interested or they want to know something about a loved one, usually straight away people fish around it. I can see either someone standing beside them. Usually, I've noticed also that if people really want someone to come through, usually that can hinder it. So most of the time I'm like, don't over want something, because sometimes someone totally different can come through. So when I'm out and about, or if I meet someone for the first time and they go, oh my god, you're a medium, blah blah blah, is there anything that you see around me? Usually I'm not one to open up straight away. I will not do a reading on someone that's under the influence. I will not do a reading for someone that's not mentally stable to understand what I'm about to tell them. I did have this one time where I was went to a party with my sister, and there was a young boy there, and I just kept on getting this vibe, and I think I'd had like one drink or something, and usually like I said, I'm not one to just go around and say things to people, but I had this urge to tell this young boy that he needed to pursue skating, and that he's in a rut right now, and that his grandmother was telling him to pursue that because he could make something of himself with it. So this young boy was drinking, and I just felt the urge, and I just put him aside and I said, listen, I think this is weird. I told him it, and he looked at me and he said, wow, he goes, I was a sponsored skater. He goes, but I just got mixed up with the wrong crowd, and went downhill and all the rest of the stuff. And I was like, well, dude, you need to like focus on that, and like you will go somewhere with it. So that's probably the only time I've ever approached someone, and it was probably because I had a drink. But opening these senses, like, everyone's different. Like, I'm new to this as well. Like, interpreting things, I would say, isn't the worst thing for me. The hardest thing for me was interpreting things. Yeah, you get visions, yeah, you get names, objects, but that's up to you to interpret, and you've got to try and get that across to whoever's sitting or whoever's there for the reading. So it's like so hard. Like, it's really hard unless you have someone that has fully come forward, that you're in contact with, that is like clear, and they're very strong. Like, I've had names shouted at me like clear as day, and bang, I've gotten it spot on because they're very straightforward. Where sometimes you get readings where they kind of give you a little information and then they kind of back off, and it's like, well, how am I meant to use that? I don't know how to put that across. And I think that's the hardest thing for me, and something that I need to develop as a medium. But yeah, so I just wanted to tell Amanda that the best thing that you can do is meditation, sorry. The best thing you can do is meditation. That will open up your mind. I think it clears a lot of things. I mainly get visions at night time when I'm about to go to sleep, because I think I'm clear. My head's clear, I'm not thinking of anything, so then they all decide to pop in and, want to say hello, but yeah. So I hope this helped you guys. And if you want to open up your gift, I believe everyone has a gift. So if you want to open up your gift, go and do it. You know, meditate, speak to people in the field, just explore it, but be safe about it. Like, be safe about it, ground yourself. There's all sorts of information on the internet, on YouTube, things like that. So good luck, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you for our next video. Bye guys.